Howdy, folks. We are back leveling in draft. And let's see if we can push up another couple levels today. Only going to be on for about 4 hours for this section, and then have some games with friends that I will not be streaming for their privacy, and then probably back on in the afternoon. So far, level 16. Got to level 10 bots really quickly. It's been kind of a slog. Since then, the last 5 levels just take forever. So we're looking forward to that. Did not have a good evening last night. That is definitely not good. Just couldn't get anything to come together. Pretty good before that. Just had a couple of defeats. Oh, but last night was demoralizing. Ran into a 28-1 Draven there. 28-01. Nope, 21-04, excuse me. And 10-26 Thresh. They were clearly smurfing down. And my Seraphine just kept walking into hook after hook after hook until Draven was able to just blow us up. I completed 1 item. And it's just a reminder, when things get that bad, just concede and move on. We had no objectives. We had no kills worth speaking of. We got 9 total kills. I mean, move on. Do not drag the game out to 25 minutes. Do not force them to kill the Nexus when you can just concede. Take the loss. Move on. Accept reality. I don't think of that as a negative thing. You take a loss, you move on. You're gonna lose. When you get to your proper tier, you're gonna lose 50% of your games. You need to learn to accept that. This was not a game we were going to turn around. There was nothing any of us could do. I've been revisiting some of my code. I don't know how many of you are coders, but I've been trying to split out some functions as tools and brushing up the resume. It is definitely job seeking time right now. A lot of places are hiring for remote work, and just gotta get out there and find the right position. But with the pandemic, consulting has been way down, and it's time to move on to a new project, get some stuff done. But it is an interesting process because some places just want to kind of look at your background and have a chat with you, and other places are like, okay, well, let's give you final exams for a CS student. It's like, wow, this is stuff I left way behind. Or another place are like, oh yeah, hey, here's a 10-hour coding project. Just go ahead and do that for us, and then we might get back to you. And then half of them aren't even obeying pandemic guidelines, so you gotta cut those out as fast as possible. Your job isn't worth your health. All right, got on bot. I'm gonna go with Ashe. Not a fan of Viagra support, but I can work with it. We've got a tank though, so I'm okay playing Ashe for now. It's a much better sport. Thank you. And we'll see what the enemy team throws at me. And just ban Akali. She's not even the most broken champ right now. I probably should be banning some of the more broken attack champs like Vayne, who's everywhere. Maybe I should be playing Vayne. Do I own Vayne? I don't think I do. No Vayne available to me. They banned Samira. I won't have to worry about her. They might be playing Vayne though, because I heard that Samira works really well against Vayne. Let's just go with Ashe. Not a fan of the ADC jungle. The stealth is nice, but if you want to do that, yep, there's the Vayne. If you want to do that, play Eve and blow people up. Don't show up as Twitch and kind of meh. But more importantly, because it pushes them to build armor. The good news is with AP top, AP mid, and Thresh as the support, there's no hard push into armor, so they're going to have to build one defense of the other, a mixture of both. They're not going to be able to just build armor and push us all out. Yone, Pike. Couple of jumps there. I'm going to have to play very cautiously because of Vayne. Hopefully Thresh will be good at brushing her back when she gets a little too adventurous. The problem with running into Vayne is I have the slow, which makes me better at control. But Vayne has the her passive triple tap, and she pops into a Rage Blade and grabs the new what's it? And Ravenous, I think. No, what's it called? The one that gives every third attack basically it gives a Vayne passive to everybody, and so she doubles up on her passive with Rage Blade and just spits on people. Third tap for death. And those third taps happen pretty quickly because of the Rage Blade stacking up. So if she's already got a Rage Blade stacked up, her third hit gives you her passive and starts her on her second passive, and then the fifth hit will trigger the passive the second time, and the seventh hit will do it again, because the sixth hit will double tap as well. And so then the seventh will be ready to go with it. It's a mess. So in 7 hits, she's hit you with her passive 3 times. I'm top. That's different. All right. There's the jungle and the support from the other side. It's probably the Vayne from the other side too. Which means I think maybe their Yone was top? Or no, that was our mid. Yeah, so it's kind of a mix of the two teams that we had before. First picking. If I go Darius, I'll just get hard countered. He's good as a later pick when you know what you're up against. Garen can also be hard countered, but I'm better against his hard counters. Those would be a place I wish I had Gnar. Oof, they killed our cat from the last queue. Well, we don't need AP, so I'm not going to go with Cho. I'm just going to play something simple. Just going to play something simple and just go with it. Oh, they grabbed Fiddle first. Oh, man. That's the same Malphite it was last time. I should have thought about the fact that he was probably going to play Malphite. Yeah, Garen's still the right choice. He Qs me, I Q him back. You got to remember to pop your Q after his Q. Otherwise, you don't blow the slow off, and he wins that trade and just walks away from you. And he's got his passive. I've got my passive. Mine gives me back my health. His gives him the shield. Roughly equivalent. We both want to stay out of danger for a bit to make that work. Might be a... No, it's a jungle Fid, so it might actually be a support Malphite. And if that's a support Malphite, I'm facing top Mundo. I'm a much happier person. I mean, I'm not going to kill him easily, but he's not going to kill me very easily either. You just got to Q away from him if he ever catches you with the cleaver, or Q into him if he's really low and you want to pop the spin. Oh yeah, I need to remember to change my summoner spells. Gotta go with Ghost. All right. Be back at 2. Alright, here we go. Against Malphite, I kind of want to go with the Doran's Blade. Omnivamp. I mean, it's so much stronger on Garen now that it's Omnivamp instead of Lifesteal. It's insane. Presence of Mind has been exchanged to Triumph. I'm trying to remember what Triumph does. What did I have? Oh, I was trying out Restoring My Mana, I think. I'll need to check on that later. Get my Tenacity going with that. Coup de Grace, so my ult does more damage. Anything low. Overgrowth. 5 damage, and 6 armor. That's going to give me an extra 10 damage total, which winds up being 19. 18. Where's the extra 1 coming from? Huh. So I've got 10 from the runes. And 8 from that. Should be 18. Where's the extra 1 coming from? 1 attack damage per stack. I don't know where that extra damage is coming from. Oh well. Maybe it's for 1 from level, like before you start with anything. Garen or something? I don't know. What do you think? I'm just going to sit there and not retaliate? So the problem for Malphite is that while he gets his little shield, and I completely messed that up, while he gets his shield, I'm regenerating actual health. So he regenerates health way slower than I do. So I have to ding him a little bit more in each trade, but I'm going to recover more from each trade than he dings me for. Versus when he recovers and I'm dinging him for it, see, like that dips into his health. So he's going to get lower and lower as the time goes on compared to me. And I should be able to, assuming he does have a potion though, so it's going to help him sustain. No. He used that potion very well. I'm just going to sit on the tower, regen a little bit, get out of his Q distance, and he's not going to have enough mana to really bang on me, I hope. 5, 4. And this is going to be close. He got a lot of mana there, or a lot of health there, rather. Gotta be just right with this. Nope, I screwed it up. How do you eat a turret hit, dude? At this level. That's nonsense. Let's get my magic resist and nullify all his damage for now. That should have been a 1 lane, and he ate a turret hit. He used all his potion charges and then pulled it out. Now he's got 10 farm on me. He can recall and be back before I am with his teleport. I mean, he's put himself in a good position for this lane. Let's see if we can capture this back, because I should be doing better than this on him. I needed to not pop the W. I was playing a little bit too scared, and I needed to be ready to really hammer him for that. Who's the jungler? Fid. That's not such a big deal. I'm very, very unhappy that that trade went that way, because he basically just sloughed too much damage there. And losing auto attacks does not help. Why didn't he use his teleport? I guess maybe he decided he wanted to save it for engage later. But that let me catch up quite a bit. He's got his potion back up, so I gotta be careful of that. Problem is, that everything I said earlier was true. It's just that he's got, with that potion, he negates my advantage from my passive. Because he is also regenerating a ton of mana. There's nothing to grab down here. I've already got my ward. I gotta wait till 6 and then try and finish him. And I need to get to 6 before he does, or he is gonna finish me, unfortunately. Oh no, he's just gonna finish me now. Look at that. Man, even with my magic resist, he's still taking a couple hundred points of damage with every one of those Qs. Yeah, he's just prepping for the 6 to kill me. Being aggressive. Pushing me away so I can get some XP. And he's eating damage, it just doesn't seem to matter. I'm trying to bait out his passive. He's trying to zone me. I mean, there's the 6. Okay. Or bait out his ult, I mean. So I want him to use it and not kill me. There's a Yi. Let's see if Yi can make this change around. But if Yi stacks on top of him, we're both going to die. And I'm not 6 yet. Nah, he saw you. Dude, don't tax me. Come on. Like, I'm not having enough problems as it is. Alright, I can survive an ult now. Maybe. God, what are his ratios? Because seriously, he has no AP to speak of. What has he got? 18. This is why the magnification of damage is so bad right now. Because there's just so much of it. See, I need to get to stay at a point where he can't ult me. But get him to a point where I can ult him. And it's too late. That's just so frustrating when it's sloughing your auto attacks. He's got Bami's Cinder, and he's taking no damage now. I'm just gonna ult me for the win. Alright, I need to chunk through his armor somehow. But I also need some lifesteal too. I need to go for my own sender. Why would you die? At least he didn't get an assist off that. I do not need him getting more gold. Yeah, he doesn't even need to worry about eating any damage now because he does way more damage to me than I do to him. Off no AP yet, by the way. Like, he just ignored most of those spins. He's doing 105 per hit. Gotta land those stuns, bud, or he is gonna kill you. Who popped that? Pike. Pike was not very happy with me there. Right through a minion. Oof. There we go. I played with 7 bots, 1 player before. Oh, gotta have a game that works. I'm gonna go pick up Thresh here. Wow, you guys are all mad at each other too. limited to trolling and feeding. Too old to understand is nonsense. Let's go check out this guy's game stuff. He literally just can't see his own behavior. What an idiot. This guy's got a 70% win rate in Diamond. He's pretty decent. Lots of Galio. Lots of Galio. It's really interesting seeing that high KDA with the was a jungle all in assists. Look, as a Jarvan, you'd expect him to get more KBs, but he must be really good at setting up kills for his team. Who was he running with? Like, who's picking up all those kills? Was it Pyke executes? A lot of Pyke executes. A few Kled kills. Those guys are mostly picking up the kills. That's a lot of assists, both him and Shin. And their Vlad wasn't contributing that much overall. You know, it's like game's really one-sided though when you can see, you know, first, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. That wasn't that as one-sided as some of the games I've had where all lower scores were on the one team, where 6th through 10th. But it's close. It's real close. That's so third, but other than that, 6th, 8th, 9th, 10th. And that's, of course, I mean, their score system is way off and kind of ridiculous. It seems to have mostly correctly called this game now. But that's not a score to be ashamed of as a support. Frankly, I'd rather have that score than this score. Less damage, but she's got better control. She doesn't have much. Way less warding. Okay, there you go. That's why they dinged her. She's running a bunch of CS. Oh, that's because she's not a support. That's their top laner. Looking at the wrong game. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong game. That's when we lost his Galio. Okay. Meant to be looking at this. One, two, three. How did that happen? Okay. It was a Seraphine in both cases that I was seeing, but so here they gave him third. I guess maybe because they expect him to have a lower score because he has a losing team, so they give him some kind of adjustment for that. All right, brand support. Probably going to want to play Ez just to get out of stuff. Although I have a solid set of tanks with me, I can probably go with Ashe for the late game. So yeah, about doing a Vayne substitute build. But that game reinforced, I mean, what I've known for a while. You cannot say a word about the game and how it's screwing up. If you do, you will just get dumped on by everybody. Malphite immediately went negative. you know, saying, hey, it's dropping some of my text. That's you whining and complaining and crying all game. Even if you say one thing and never say another thing. I said a lot more because I explained how a drop packet works. But he started trying to make it sexual. He started trying to, you know, make it going to trash talk. Dude is 21, 22, still hasn't gotten over being 12, does not have a kid. God, I hope he does not have a kid, because what a shitty parent that would be. Oh, you made a mistake. Or even worse, you got into something, you know, not your fault, and let me just mock you for it. And don't say a word about it, because that's just crying. Screw you, dude. That's not how the world should work. Probably how it works, but not how it should work. All right, new game. Viger's gonna be running Smite because he's not paying attention, just like I almost ran Ghost. Oh, he swapped it just in time. Nice. I've got to pick up my play. I should have won that Malphite fight, and then I should have won that lane. He did not do great because everybody else was coming up to help me, but I just couldn't get anything to work. Where he's outrunning me in a straight line. And I showed the speed numbers. Alright, overall, Shaco and Kalista is going to be stupidly annoying. They're going to be all over us with their mobility and the jump and the hide and all that crap. We can't go into any bushes because of the Shaco traps. So it's going to have to be long range harass. I kind of want to just farm this game. So that is what I'm going to do. Yep. Potions are a waste of gold for most builds. I'm going to run out of mana before I run out of health. Those do not count for call. Frustrating, that was two. People giving me all this advice about my build and they don't know what the items cost. Like, that is not possible. Come on. Let's go ahead and grab that. I was doing fine right up until that, and then they caught me with the trap that it didn't show me until I was in it. That's weird. Whatever, dude. This is not going to go our way. Don't know why Shaka was trying to solo me like that. He's only getting kills if he has somebody to help him. Basically provide the damage while he locks me down. Dude, stop spamming, seriously. Don't Don't run him into me. What are you doing, dude? I don't think we win this. Okay, maybe we win that. Can't hit an arrow. Like, we know she's not there. She's up here. I need to get my farm back up so I can finish this call off. Alright, Brand's doing well. Vigar is feeding hard. I am not doing well. I believe that's your whole team there. Finally landed an arrow. Alright, we might be able to turn this one at that point. That was a really rough start, and Vygar's going to have to really start playing more cautiously. I mean, Nunes already got a ton of feed on him in mid. I need it for my signature item here. Everybody is talking about how broken it is. I am going to want some tenacity as well. Shaco's building AD, but he still does magic damage with some of his stuff. But more importantly, just the tenacity is going to be needed. That was a terrible play, Nasus. I know you're a Fed and a head, but there's no reason to give her your shutdown gold. Yeah, she's 4-1-3. Thanks largely to Nunu. That is supposed to make him visible. He's not supposed to be able to get a free hit like that and not go visible. Nope. Should have realized she was going to be back soon. He's just going to hop and shiv me here. That's why I kept running. Ha ha. Dive my turret. Can't quite get that yet, but I can get my boots. Let's get those going. Actually, can I even pick a part of this now? No, still need 30 more gold. Yeah, he abandoned that. Vi, why were you not there helping us? You were right nearby. That's another free dragon for them. God, Vi, you just gotta know your mechanics of your job. That means not smiting a dragon when the enemy's coming in. It means being there when we're setting up for it. Oh, that ult locked us down and I couldn't get anything going. Yeah, and then Shaco just shredded through me. Oh, and she popped the dragon up too, which helped. Just cannot get anywhere with this. They are much more coordinated than we are. Here comes Shaco. Goodness. Just sit there and eat turret hits. What was that flash, Viger? That was the dumbest flash in the history of Mage. Like, you're just going to get yourself wrecked, and I can't do anything about that. Goodness me. They're all here. And everybody's just busy dying to give them free kills. That was... Vigar's just straight up feeding him now. I'm going to get my items soon, but it's just not going to matter. This has been over for a while. Nasus is the only one doing well. Ryan's not doing too bad, but he's accumulating deaths as the weight of their gold is just crushing him. I'm sitting at 5 myself. He can't be slowed because of course he can't be slowed. Dude, you gotta follow pings. There's only so much peel I can do there. Alright, I need some attack speed for this. No, why are you going into 2 of them? They are going to utterly, utterly destroy you. I was out of your circle. yes. Please click yes. Where's Ginsu sitting at these days? Doesn't run off those. Where's Ginsu's Rage Blade? That's Rage Knife now. But I don't want to do that because I can no longer crit. All I do is slow. Actually, I might want to do that. You're chasing a tank. This doesn't end well. There's the assassin in the back lines. Get off of me. Don't stand on me. She body blocked me. Just come on, guys. Think. The game is over. Dude's picked up his Frostfire Gauntlet, which is, one of the broken Bambi Cinder items, and he wins. We can't stop him. He and Mid are just going to carry their team. Our mid just fed the shit out of him. Just stuck there for 4 years. Today is not off to a good start, folks. That's 2 in a row where I just cannot get anything to work. He doesn't actually do that much damage. It's just team that just chews through you while he just kind of stands there and knocks you up. blast right into that. Guy's an idiot. I wanted her. I am not honoring any of these people. This guy gets a report. This guy gets a report. This guy gets a report. All right, folks, gonna take a 5-minute break. Be back in a bit.